When I get to the table, that person, I don't care who they are, they're my mortal enemy. I hate that.
So, like I said, there are a few things available. There is a game called Thief's Purse. There's a game called Dice Poker. There are people in the corner doing arm wrestling. There are many different little booths or tables where two people sit across from each other, offering and solving riddles.
I am going to see that arm wrestling going on and still kind of thinking about the amount of reptilian ass kicking I was doing the day before. I feel I need to continue this onslaught, and I make my way over to the arm wrestling.
I'd like to hold my hand out, waiting for Hingman to grab it, and we walk over to the riddles.
Oh my god.
I would like to try to find an open table and bust out my dragon dice board.
Come on, bud.
Let's go.
I'm thinking you probably can't just bust out your...
Well, if you try and do that, somebody's gonna. If you're actually doing it for like money, somebody's gonna stop you because they have, like, you don't go to a casino and just sit down and start your own poker game. There are people for that.
Right.
They're hired to do that. Yeah.
Fine. Well, are there any dragon chess tables in the puzzle house?
Nope.
Okay, then I guess I'll join Heskar at the...
Thief's Purse or Dice Poker. The riddles are supposed to be more like one-on-one. Like, you guys can take turns, maybe two of you answering the same person.
The Thief's Purse thing, that sounds interesting.
Go for it.
Okay. So we'll start with TK because that's going to take the least amount of time. So, Heskar, you go over to one of the corner areas where you hear the commotion and you see people trying to best each other at this feat of strength. It's mainly just barrels with two people standing on the other side and the sweaty air around them and people passing around gold and making bets. There is currently a person looking for an opponent. He's a human, close to your size, just average kind of build.
At 18. Do you need some?
Do you wish to wager anything?
I quick look over at Hingman, and I flash him the 20 gold symbol. Just give him a quick hand gesture.
This.
Just
Or
to
ASL.
just you got me.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I saunter over to him. So it looks like you might be looking for an opponent. I don't suppose you'd be looking to settle up with me.
What kind of bet you putting up?
Is he asking for sex?
I extend a hand behind me, and I know that Hingman's totally there, giving me a
Yeah.
little
20, dude.
20 gold pieces, and I roll my hand back around, and I just slam it right down on the barrel.
He did a backflip while he...
Yeah, I did a backflip while I did it. It's accidentally acrobatics.
His eyes kind of widen at the amount, and he stutters. Oh, all right, big man for your first time. Let's keep these on. And he gets into the position, and you can take his hand.
I just
And
thunder
somebody-
my elbow down and grapple his arm.
I think that's the maximum buy-in.
Probably.
Somebody who has been watching the other arm wrestlers comes over and just kind of, as a amateur judge, just kind of runs down and says, "All right, on the count of 3, as hard as you can. Defeat your opponent, winner takes the whole pot. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, make me a D6 roll plus your strength bonus, all right?
Got it. 6.
So, in the beginning of the round, you start your exertion against your opponent. And at first, you're pretty evenly matched. You're keeping gaze, trying to get a read of each other. And you feel him start to gain just the slightest advantage over you as your hand starts tilting just a little bit back. Another D6 roll, please.
7. Building.
And you say, "Not today." And you start pushing him back. You get him further than he got you. So you're almost to a 55-degree angle now. You're pushing back. You're starting to retaliate. Another D6 roll.
Oof. 5.
And again, you keep the momentum up, keep looking him in the eye. And he's looking at you, looking at his hands, beads of sweat coming on his face. He's really trying here. He's not used to somebody just walking in and making such a bold bet. One more D6 roll.
Use intimidation or something cool.
5.
And seeing the panic look on his face, you drive your arm home and slam him down onto the barrel with a mild cheer from those around you. A couple people pat you on the shoulder, and he takes his hand away from your grip and kind of just shakes it off, rolls his shoulder, and chuckles and says, "Hey, that was a good one. Well, 20 gold. Yes." And you got yourself a nice little chunk of money there.
When I slam his hand down, I give a little snort so some smoke comes out of my nostrils.
You're a steam engine.
And
And a couple people watching just, "Ooh, would you look at that?"
I
A self-esteem engine.
I give him a respectful nod, and is there drinks being served here?
There are. There's ale and mead and a couple of stronger spirits.
Water.
How much for two meads?
2 meads, a gold apiece. It's not cheap stuff, but it's priced well for how good it is.
Right. I order 2. Wait for them to arrive. I hand one over to him, and I ask him, "Listen, we might need to talk later, but if you're man in the know, you have a little information, perhaps. I can make it worth your while." And I don't say anything else to him. I just get up, take my mead, and I walk away.
Do I get my 20 back?
Accepting the mead from you kindly, he's glad that you're not gonna rub it in his face and that you're being kind of friendly. So he smiles, and as you say this to him, and you start to get up and walk away from him, you feel him grab your sleeve, and he kind of, as you look back at him, he's looking back and forth. He's looking around the room to make sure a lot of people are watching him, which they aren't. He just lost, so they're gonna let him sit and have his moment so that no one's gonna bother him. And he just pulls you down next or closer to his face, and he says quietly to you, "None's on Ripple for a boogie dollar down, mate. The bake sales ranch salad on the school bus. Extra info for Tuesdays."
What?
I nod.
This is the riddle guy.
And he just looks at you with a kind of like, like, okay, and when you don't say anything, he once again, "None's on Ripple for a boogie dollar down, mate. Bike sales ranch salad on the school bus. Extra info for Tuesdays."
Tuesdays.
That's all I heard. Extra info.
And he just kind of laughs and nods his head and says, "All right, you have yourself a nice day. Find me later if you want to talk."
I might need a text translation of that one, by the way.
He was speaking thieves' cant.
Oh.
I don't know that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't know that, so I just kind of I say, yes, Tuesdays. And I get up slightly more confused than I was before and hand Hingman back his 20. Keep my 18 that I won. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tuesdays.
Still doesn't make sense in text form, but that's all right.
Well,
no,
just for a peek behind the curtain, he thought you were coming on to him, and he was trying to, on the down low, say, like, "Yeah, I guess so. Whatever you're looking for, just meet me in the alleyway behind back in about 15 minutes."
I didn't need to know that. I didn't need to know that.
I mean, the way you approached him initially was like,
You bought him a drink.
"You
man.
ready to do this?" Like,
You bought him a drink, and then you're like, "Hey, I might find you later if you want to, talk." Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I don't remember it just like that, but I guess it's the local culture, I guess.
You just misinterpreted your intentions.
I look at Hangman, I'm like,
badly.
the fuck is going on?
I'm just like,
Okay.
this is far too in depth for a plain countryman like me to understand.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
So, Nox and Hingman, you guys, is he riding on your shoulders, or are you just walking hand in hand?
We're
We're walking hand in hand.
Like Christopher Robin and Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
Big Christopher Robin.
So you guys find your way over to one of the empty tables, which have a person on each side facing each other. This is the area for the riddles, and you get kind of a weird look when the two of you sit down at once, but then the person just shrugs and turns their attention to you, Hingman, for the first prompt. Okay, so he puts down 1 gold and is going to give you a riddle, and if you can answer the riddle correctly, you'll get the gold and the one that you put up. So you have to match his bet, and if you answer correctly, you win both, and if you answer incorrectly, you have to give him your gold.
Okay.
I begin eternity and end space, at the end of time and in every place. Last in life, second to death, never alone, found in your breath. Contained by earth, water, or flame, my grandeur so awesome, wind dare not tame. Not in your mind, am in your dreams. Vacant to kings, present to queens. And I'll put text version of that in chat for you.
Hey.
No, we can't help him.
That's what I was saying. Dude.
I'm sitting right next to him.
Yeah, but this
Oh.
is a one-on-one thing, dude. You can't. No.
I figured it out. It's okay.
Yeah, but you gotta do this, man.
I did. Do
So right after the Tuesdays in the pickup line is when that begins there.
Okay.
Now it's on rip ball, bug it out.
I still don't.
And you're only going to get 1 shot at this, okay?
Time and every place. Last in life, never alone. Found in your breath. Contained by earth. Water
That's probably gonna be
or flame. The grandeur so awesome.
the easiest
One
one.
to dare not tame. Not in mine. I'm in your dream. It's the letter E.
And he smiles and slides his piece of gold over to you. Very well done.
My dude.
Got it.
Cha.
So he then puts down another piece of gold and turns to you, Nox, for the next prompt.
I mean,
The man who makes it sells it. He who buys it does not use it. He who uses it does not know it. What is it?
okay.
I wish you could help me. I'm not even close, I don't think.
So you're stumped, or do you want to
Yeah,
even
pretty much. Just to get this
venture an
going.
answer?
I'm not gonna even guess.
No.
Okay, so you just concede, and he will nod and just mildly kind of smile and
I was just kind of Hangman's escort.
reach over
the
for the
most
piece of
part.
gold that you had offered up, and he looks at you and says, "It's a coffin."
Oh, perfect. Don't need one of those.
Hopefully.
That wasn't a threat or anything.
Well, the way that these people are speaking, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They might have been asking you to bet him.
Yeah. Might have been asking you to ride all over his face.
God.
So
Do you guys want to go for another one?
I'm down.
Bracho said he's down.
I didn't lose anything on that, did I?
You lost a
Yeah, you
gold.
lost 1 gold.
Oh, I put gold down? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to put that.
Wilson. Hey, Wilson.
Wilson, I'll do another one.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting it going here for you.
Yeah, and by chance, is Tax still in the room?
He's over getting his own riddles answered, and he's offering up his own. He's just kind of waiting for the answer from the person that he put in the word for to meet with Mogren.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm looking up some cool riddles. I'm gonna. Can I dish out some to people?
You could ask him.
Win my gold back.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so the next one for you, Ing. Two brothers are we, great burden we bear, by which we are bitterly pressed. In truth we may say, we are full all the day, but empty we go to our rest.
Ooh.
I've heard this one before.
Me too. I don't remember them.
ASDF, ASDF, ASDF.
Two brothers we are, great burden we bear, for which we are bitterly pressed. We are full all the day, but empty we go to our rest.
Wait, which one of you
That's
guys is
me.
answering it?
He's tapping his fingers, and clearly not a lot of people take this much time with their answers, but he's kind of, since you're new here, he's letting you have that.
Bitterly pressed, truth we say we are full, empty we go to our rest.
I'm just standing over him, just drinking my mead. I let out a slight chuckle as the wheels start turning.
Can I speak up and answer? If he can't get it.
Steal his gold from him?
If you want to put up the gold for it, sure.
You put the gold up. It's basically whoever put the gold up gets to answer.
We're hand in hand. I don't know.
Well, one of
We're
you, guys-
holding
one of
hands,
you,
like-
one of you is gonna lose the gold if you don't get it right. So I
Two
mean,
brothers we are, great
or
burden
wins
we
the
bear,
gold. So
for which we are bitterly pressed, the truth we say we are
Let me
full,
know if you can't get it. I
all the
might
day.
know an answer.
but empty we go to our rest. Two brothers.
And what are you doing at this time?
I'm gonna do the
Shit,
Oh,
yeah.
arms
I'll cede it over to Docs.
I say shoes.
Oh.
And he nods and says, "Congratulations."
I
Passes over his gold to
I
you.
flick it over to Hingman and give him a pat. You'll get it.
Yeah.
Cool.
One more for you as well, Knox.
No, I think I want to just join Wainwright as he does his feat of strength.
Thieves purse.
Or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
he's
he's
doing.
first.
Thieves
Yeah,
first.
he's not doing.
Yeah. His is more of like a gambling, game of chance kind of thing. Did you want to join in on that as well?
Cool. Oh, me join it? Yeah, I'll do that
If
with
you
him.
want to, you can.
Yeah. If it's co-op, that's cool.
Alrighty.
Cool.
So you leave Hingman at the table in the care of Heskar and his mead, and you walk over to the opposite side of the room where there are many dice being rolled, cards being laid out, people shouting out numbers and grimacing in dismay, and people down on their luck. You sit down at a table with him and 3 other people. And the game you guys are going to be playing is called Thieves' Purse. And how it works is each player bets 7 gold. And then you guys
I don't
are all
have
going to
7
roll.
Gold.
I'll pass you some.
What's that?
I only have 5.
I kind of follow him,
I can give you some.
and I fling Wainwright 2 pieces of gold.
Donkey Shane.
Don't lose that.
I'll try not to.
I pass up 7. Is that right? Yeah. I pass.
Okay, so each player bets 7 gold, and then everybody rolls 1d6, and the number that you roll is the amount of gold that you take back. Any remainder after that goes to the lowest roll. Okay?
So I got my 5 back.
I got.
So it's wait.
Yeah,
There's 3 other people playing with you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
it's not just you 2.
So
I wouldn't have given
it's,
you gold
it's
to bet
kind of
against each other.
fast paced, and a lot of gold can
Fast-paced.
trade
You're all- you're
hands
rolling
if
your
you
money and you're rolling
play a
again.
lot of rounds. So total there is 35 gold. You each take back 5, making a total of 25 still on the board.
Get it?
And with your opponents taking what they had rolled as well, there is now a remainder of 12 gold pieces on the table. And with one of your fellow opponents rolling a 2, he gets to take that remainder of 12.
Oh.
Play another?
Someone want to spot me 2 more gold?
Yeah, but I'll stay out of this one. I'll give him up 2 more gold pieces.
Cool.
But I'm not playing.
Okay, so with one person out, that makes a total of 30 gold pieces on the table. Go ahead and roll your d6. And all of the rolls make a total of 20 gold remaining on the table, with you getting 2 of your 7 that you had put up back. And you actually match another person at the table with the 2 that they had rolled as well. So you both are going to you're both going to split the pot. So you're going to get another 10 on top of the 2 you had already gotten.
Right? You're more than you went in with.
I think I'd like to play one more time.
Okay. So once again, a total of 30 gold is laid down on the table. Go ahead and roll your d6.
That's iffy.
What you doing? What are you doing during all this time, huh?
I'm chilling, dude. I'm observing my bros doing their work. I buy a mead for $1. That's what I do.
And a total of 16 gold is left remaining on the table, which you get to take completely.
So I get the 3 plus the 16?
You do. You take back your 3, and then the remainder is the 16, which you also get to take.
Nice.
10, 26. I'd like to give 4 gold to Heskar and 4 gold to Nox for helping me out.
Cool.
I catch them.
I just put them in my little sand.
Done playing Thieves' Purse?
Yeah, I think so.
I wandered back over
Alrighty.
with my glass of mead, sawdust.
And as you two go back to join your companions, you see Tak approaching you, and he's motioning you over to him. Apparently, the hour of your appointment is at hand.
All right.
Well, we should probably follow him then.
Let's do this. We follow suit.
Yep.
Chup.
Yep, Chup.
Ketchup Nagut, Agut Tak Tak.
Sure. I like ketchup.
Master Skywalker, a chimney Chiru.
I
And
walk
Toronto, gosh.
quickly, following Tak, as these two clearly are speaking in thieves' cant.
You know what? I haven't picked my bonus language yet.
Tiglo carbon.
He loves carbonate.
Maybe I should take
All right.
this can.
What do you got, Wilson?
So Tak brings you all through a hallway to a back room where an old wizened elf sits. Give me just 1 second here.
1.
There's 20. There's a 16.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Sada.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mogren.
Yeah, dude.
Mogren.
Mogren.
Yeah, it's Mogren. Nice old dude. Definitely old for an elf. He's lived centuries. And he welcomes you all into his office, and knowing from Tak that you guys are here on guild business, he gets right to the point and tells you that a lot of the strange occurrences that have been happening here with people disappearing and washing back up on shore in the recent weeks, a lot of the activity of people washing up in the greatest numbers have been happening around one specific island. And this island supposedly has an ancient temple of the Mer people beneath it. It's never been seen by anybody, but that's just an old legend, that there's a temple of the Mer people there. And he tells you exactly where this island is, which one it is. You passed by it on your way here, but you didn't stop at it because it was out of your way in the direction of Angler's Island.
Can I ask them what kind of gods they worshipped at this temple, or what the legends say?
Well, mer people, they seem to worship all different kinds, depending on the waters they reside in. Some pray to a god called the Deep Father, some pray to a god called Poseidon, others simply pray to the seas themselves. It's kind of a willy-nilly, happadash sort of religion, in my opinion, but I'm not one much for the gods myself.
My mother used to tell my father that he was in deep.
I asked Mogren, when was the last time someone someone had disappeared?
Only about 5 days ago, as far as yes, 5 days ago, if I'm correct.
Does there seem to be any sort of pattern? Like, is it the poor of the island, or perhaps the sailors?
Or the youngins.
Do they go missing in a specific location? Or anything like
Yes.
Any and all who seem unfortunate enough to find themselves on the sea at just the wrong time, in just the wrong place.
So
that?
these,
See.
so
So
it's
the mer
sa-
people just fuck off.
so
and
it's
get
safe.
shit.
So it's safe to say that this usually happens at night, or just out in open water.
People sail out and they don't come back. We find them days, maybe a week or two later. There seems to be no pattern to it.
Are they sailing in a common direction?
Probably towards that island, you think?
People have been said to leave from one island, wash up on another. Some leave from here on Angler's Island and wash up in a place just a few islands over. There's no the seas and the tides carry the bodies, is what we think. We don't know where the bodies themselves might originate from, or where the people might be taken that then become the corpses, sadly.
On our way here, we stopped off at an island, found a dead body there. It appeared he was the victim of a ritualistic murder. His blood was completely drained, and he was just tossed aside. Looked like he kind of maybe washed ashore.
And he just, a big sigh escapes him, and he puts his head in his hand and just, it's hard for him to hear this. This issue has clearly been plaguing him for a while, and even though he's not somebody who is of the government of this place, he's lived long enough in this area that it saddens him of any sort of ill fate becoming of somebody.
Can I
And
ask
he
him
just-
if he knows of any religions or cults that would do this sort of thing?
Any of those types were driven out decades ago. We don't keep for those sorts around here.
Did
Is
you?
it possible that they still have strongholds in the surrounding islands?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Certainly possible, but not probable. We try to do our very best to keep the worst elements of humankind out of this area. It's a very beautiful place we live, and we try to keep the society reflecting that.
What if they're not human? Have
Could
there
they-
been any Sahagwan sightings recently?
So who?
Fish people.
So
Mer
who?
people?
Fish people.
Mer peeps.
Well, no mer people have been seen as far as being out of the ordinary or somewhere they shouldn't be. Every so often, a sailor comes in talking of a beautiful mermaid or a burly merman they saw out on their adventures, but it's rare to genuinely see one. They are not antagonistic, just protective of what they have. It would surprise me greatly if it was these mer people who are at the hands of this dastardly, nefarious plot.
Do any of these cults or whatever, they deal in crocodiles? Could they sick crocodiles on people?
I think they may have just been hungry.
None that I've heard of. That's a very unique idea. I haven't heard of such a thing. That might make for a good story, though.
Mogren, perhaps you could. Do you know if anybody around here has any travel that seems to be heading towards that island of yours? The one that you had met?
Well, people come and people go. Their routes I do not know specifically, but I would imagine that some people must pass by this island of supposed temple residents every so often.
Could be someone sacrificing. Oh, that's what I was thinking. This would be someone sacrificing people to the.
I think you gentlemen, with your astute questions, might be better off investigating the island itself. See what you can find. You seem to have a view on things that most others wouldn't normally look at it in such a light. I would be interested to hear what you find.
Could you please mark the location of the island on the map, if you would be so kind?
And he does. He marks it for you and tells you sort of the best route to get there in the least amount of time with the least troubles from the sea.